Okay, hello and welcome. First off, before we start this video, House of the Dragon, episode 8 is a brilliant episode, but I'm gonna keep this review short, much shorter than all the other ones. I'm a little scrunched for time. I have big plans for more videos, and since we're wrapping up this show anyway, I'm gonna make a maybe possibly a stream talking about the show in the future, possibly when it ends. I don't know yet. Wink, wink, and maybe it'll happen. Maybe it'll be something new for my channel. But I'm just busy with personal stuff, unfortunately. So I'm keeping it short. That's okay anyway. Really all I want to talk about. I'll just get into it now. About this episode is the brilliant acting by Patrick Considine, or however you say his fucking name. Listen, he has killed this show. He is the bread and butter of this show, right? Just like Game of Thrones. The first season, if Sean Bean wasn't Ned Stark, if Patrick here was not King Viserys, this show would be worse off. For sure. He is by far the best character, probably the best actor next to Matt Smith. Um, and how they're like portraying the characters in this show. It's amazing. I love it so much. The best thing, and I think it's safe to say in this episode, yes, King Viserys is finally dead. He went from um a loving king to a, oh my god, a cripple of a man who tried to do his best with what he had, and everything just seemed to not work out for him in the end. He tried his best to bring his family together, but it seems like that's just not happening. So the culmination, I think, of everything that has happened the past 7 episodes to now, we're getting to episode 9. We're finally getting that big push. We've been being jerked off this entire season, right? It's wonderful, the best blowjob ever, but we haven't been able to release. I want to be released, please. I'm really hoping that it's not gonna like these last 2 episodes won't flounder into obscurity, and it doesn't help that we had there are some problems, right? The time skips. This is another big time skip in this episode. After just talking about Patty, we'll get to his scene. Um, in another 6 years, all right. And the problem with these time skips is not necessarily that they're happening. It's that I like these characters so much that I want to know more about them, and it seems like we're just skipping like um, growth from characters that we haven't really had a lot of scenes with. So like, all right, so our little badass Aemond, right? He's a little fuck with nuts of steel when he was like 8 years old. Now another 6 years go by. He's like 15. He's the biggest Giga Chad that ever could be. More Giga Chad than his own brother, and with one eye. He's just upgraded. His steel turned into diamond, all right, or whatever substance is harder than steel. His nuts have dropped from them, and they're massive and huge. They've dropped even more. Fuck. They created a crater around him. They're so big. He can't contain his fucking Chadley power. But we haven't really we know the direction of his character and why it went that way, but I would like to have seen all the little things that have happened, right? I wanted to see all the little things that happened with Aegon. I want to see all the other little things that happened between, Daemon and Rhaenyra, and they have their own kids now. Between them, I want to see more. So the time skip, the show does an effort to explain what happened during the time skip. It takes like the whole episode just to try and explain it while like continuing the plot of that episode, and it's good. It does it executes it, maybe not perfectly, but in a way that's understandable, right? In a way that you can it's passively it's acceptable. Okay, it could be better though. So these like huge time skips are a problem for the show, which is why I don't think it's um gonna get like a, there's no way the show can get a 10. Is it for my even for my, I don't want to talk about this yet, even for like my perspective, is the show as good as Game of Thrones? I'll say not quite. I want to talk about that more in maybe like the last episode, and or maybe a big stream I'll have talking about it. Like, did it meet my expectations? I don't want to spoil that so far because the show isn't it's not over yet. So who knows what's gonna happen in the next two? It could be horrible, just horrible action and bad character dialogue. But again, so like I want to see more from these characters, but the time skip just sort of stops that, and then it like adds even more new characters. Right now we're gonna get Ramira and Damon's children probably in the next episode. I don't know how long? Maybe there'll be another like 6 year time skip, right? And then we have more things to deal with. Um, I think they need to slow it down for when the Civil War happens for sure. Anyway, I'll start talking about this episode just a little bit. There's a catalyst that happens in this episode. It's pretty chill, even though it's like 6 years later. The Lord of the Coast dies off screen. So Corliss, the sea snake, he's dead. See, this is the time skip. We don't know why. Like it explains that he died off the stepstones fighting. Fighting who? It's not. I'm not really sure. It's not really clear. Anyway, he's dead, and now we have to do all these other things, right? Now they got to go to deal with the succession, but the king can't do it himself because he's basically bedridden. And again, Patrick does such a good job of like being this li- literal cripple. The king is fucked up now at this point. It's a miracle he's even survived this long. So they go down there. They're gonna have these petitions with Otto, basically a petition to see who succeeds. Ramiro wants obviously her children to succeed, and she's heir, so one of her children will succeed as Lord of the Tides. Um, and then Corliss's wife has different plans, and then Alicent and Otto they have their own plans as well. They don't think they know their children are bastards, and there's this giant scene in the courtroom where Corliss's brother even says it. It's crazy. Oh my god. Otto was going to proceed over these seatings, but no, the King Viserys gets out of his bed. He cripples his way all the way to the throne. It's such an amazing scene by Patrick and Matt Smith. Just to see their king uh, fading away, basically. He is decaying. He is decayed. And he's at his last rope. Literally. He's on his deathbed, still walking up these steps, trying to do his duty. He is, oh my god, he's just by far the best character in the show. He's consistently, so consistently. And there's this nice scene where Matt Smith, Damon, helps his brother as if like all the he doesn't want to have trouble with his brother anymore. He respects his brother at this point for doing what he's doing. And it seems like Damon understands the crown. It weighs heavy upon Viserys. Oh, it's a beautiful scene, man. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. This show is creating feelings for me that other shows could just not do. Compared to Rings of Power. Oh my god, it's amazing. And Viserys, just before that, there's like a tension scene. Viserys wants his family to just have dinner with him. It's like so fucking sad because his entire family, they all want to fucking kill each other. They all hate each other. Viserys is still just trying his best. No, he wants you to get along, to create peace for the realm and for each other. But all our other characters have so many more ambitions and things they want to do. They don't want to get along. It's so great. There's so many intermingling things in between, like pieces of dialogue in the show that really like create this sense of entertainment while you watch it, because you can see all the threads coming together now. And it's been 8 episodes, so there's been so much setup, all these intermingling things that have been happening. They're finally starting to they're coming together cohesively in a way that it's understandable, it's executed well, and it makes for it's the payoff basically. It's the big payoff. And it's going to be an even bigger payoff, I hope, in the next 2 episodes. Anyway, again, just a brilliant performance by Patrick, everyone in the show. I couldn't We couldn't have asked for a better prequel to Game of Thrones. Honestly, I don't think. Um, Maybe if they wanted it to be a little longer, they could have. I don't think this show will have a season two, honestly, unless they really drag it out in these last two episodes. They could. It could totally happen. They could drag the shit out of these two episodes. It could be, but the pacing has been so fast in this show. I don't think they're gonna do that. It might just be season one. At least I'm hoping, just so they like, keep with the pacing of the show. I don't want them to drag this war out. It might be a little too annoying. Um, but anyway, I think I'm done ranting a little bit. Thank you guys for watching, and see ya.